Okay, so this is video part 2 for how to protect your energy if you're an empath. I was inspired to actually come outside where I'm in a park area and film it outside in nature today. So you can recharge in energy in nature, obviously, because most empaths, we like being in nature. As you know, I'm also an empath. Most of you have seen me cry in readings and videos that I've done. So that's one thing you can do, is just be in nature like what I'm doing. I like to get coffees and sit in nature. I will just meditate in nature. So things like that is one way to help you with your energy and revitalize. But we're going to talk about some real key things you can do to help protect your energy as an empath. So one big thing to do that I really recommend for everyone, and I'll make a separate video about why I reference Archangel Michael, because I think you need to understand why I use him a lot as a reference. But that'll be a separate video. It's not relevant in this video. So Archangel Michael is one I would recommend using, and call upon him. It doesn't matter what your faith is, he will still come. And he has the sword of protection. So, because I believe in all faiths. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break from our sponsor, Otter Spirit, which I absolutely love because I think a lot of you see me wearing their bracelets all the time on the channel. And Otter Spirit donates $1 towards whatever you purchase, per purchase, towards otters in the sea to help save them. And I'm a huge advocate for that. So what I love about the turquoise bracelet, not only does it help with healing, it also helps activate your wisdom. And you can see how beautiful it actually pairs with my other bracelet that I'm wearing right here, the Moonstone, which also activates your intuition. And this brings in grace and clarity. But turquoise is not only wisdom and healing, it's also a stone of intuition and has been used by Native Americans for centuries, and it's just a beautiful stone. So what I like about these two stones, and I think is wonderful for people to use, is it's a protective stone, it's an intuitive stone, it's a healing stone, it's a wise stone, and it can also help activate your intuition. But both of these do it in a soft, gentle way. So these are really great for people who have empath abilities, or for people who just want that gentle intuition that's nudging them. Also people who have that like physical intuitive ability, that gut intuition, where you don't want your intuition firing off on like 10 million cylinders 24/7. So I think these two stones, and they also look really pretty together, are a great way to wear these bracelets. And that's what I would recommend personally, and that's how I like to wear them. They help calm down my intuition, which we know can be really potent. So that's what I recommend from Otter Spirit. So thank you, Otter Spirit, and thank you for listening from our sponsors. So there's no judgment here on faith. It's not about the faith thing. It's about what he can do to help you with your energy, because we all have energy, right? So ask him to call on his sword of protection. And so what I would do, and I'll do it right here, is ask Archangel Michael to come with his sword of protection and say, please surround me, Archangel Michael, with your sword of protection of divine healing light, and surround me with the color of teal, and seal it with love. So my energy, I pick a color no one will know. Don't ever share your color with anybody. And I would be covered, my energy is now protected with the color of teal, and he's protecting that. And I always say, and don't let anyone enter my energetic field without my highest good or highest intention, meaning like my spirit guides or my angels or my spiritual team can come in. But that means I don't want other people's energy coming in unless I allow it. So if I'm like a Reiki master or I'm a physical therapist, or I'm a doctor, or I'm a nurse, or I do healing practices where I can feel or see energy and touch people. I want to be able to potentially do that if that's one of also my abilities. I would want to be able to feel their energy, but I don't want to absorb their energy. So that's also how you protect yourself, so you don't absorb their energy. So as an empath, when you're working or just out and about in daily life, this is good for any kind of intuitive ability. You don't need to be absorbing everybody's energy all the time, because as an empath, you're a giant magnet, and you just absorb everybody's energy. And so people have a hard time sometimes discerning what's my feelings and what's someone else's feelings. So every day, if you don't tell me your colors, that's fine. But sometimes it's good to change your colors. So the next day it could be lime green, it could be, magenta, it could be red if you want, or you can just keep using the same color. But if you feel like that color is not working, change your color. But that's one way of protecting yourself. Another one is, I recommend water. Water is very healing. So taking showers, in the morning and in the evening if you can, but at least once a day. And when you're in the shower, what you do, the bath or a bath, but for me, I like the visual of the shower. So I envision the water coming down like divine white light, because the white light is divine. It's the spiritual realm, and it's also purity, right? So you envision the water coming down like divine white light through your crown chakra and all over you. And while you're standing in the shower, you envision it, and you also say that let this divine, because it's the way you can put an intention into water before you drink it. You say this divine white light is coming over me, and you envision it cleansing all of your aura. And you envision, because you're this magnet as an empath, you envision it removing everything that is stuck to you like gum that you don't need any longer. And it will wash off of you with that water, because that's your intention and that's what you're visualizing. It'll wash off all the energies from the day that you don't need, and it'll go down the drain. And that's your intention, and that's what you're visualizing, and that's what you want, and that's what you're asking God, universe, source, your spiritual team, what you believe in, to help you do. And so when you do that, you're also cleaning off all of the energy from out the day, or from in the morning, from the previous, to set your day where you use just your energy, so you are back with yourself. And it's also starting to know what are your feelings, and how do you feel, and what's your kind of baseline, and what's not your feelings. And it's okay if you don't always know. So don't be hard on yourself if you don't always know. That is fine, because sometimes we don't always know. But if you're like right now, I'm happy, right? I feel great. I'm happy. I feel like I'm doing something, and I'm helping people and giving information. But if all of a sudden I'm sitting here filming this video and I'm overwhelmed with grief, and I just start crying, and I'm like, I feel really sad, and I started telling you guys that on the video, I would know that's not my emotion. So I can use that discernment of how I feel right now in this moment is my feeling. Now something else I'm picking up on could be any of these people in this park area around me, or it could be someone I know at a distance or close by who may be contacting me soon to tell me something that's going on that's upsetting them. So it's also, you could be picking up on people you know that are connected to you, or it could just be people around you. Doesn't matter. You don't have to know what the answer is. It's just knowing right now, I know I'm happy, I'm in the sun, and I'm trying to help people with this information. But if all of a sudden this otherwhelming feeling overcomes you, it's okay. Just say, I know that's not my feeling. Please leave. And that's all you have to do. Please leave. I don't want to feel that. That's not my energy. And then you can put the bubble back up if you feel like the bubble's not strong enough. You can also amplify it. For those of you who believe in God, the universe, source, I always amplify Archangel Michael's sword with God's love, because it makes it that much more powerful. And then the other things I recommend, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, I don't have this bracelet, and I really should get it from Otter Spirit. But I want to show you what it kind of looks like. because it's more clear, it's more translucent than this, but it's actually cellulite. So I brought a cellulite stone that I have that's a heart. And you can wear cellulite. Cellulite is the stone where you set whatever intention you want in it. So you can set the intention of, and it's really just a clear bracelet, so anybody could wear it, and it's fine. It looks cool on anyone. But you set with cellulite, you set whatever intention you want into the stone, and you can say, I want protection. And once you put that intention into that stone, that's then what that stone will always keep with cellulite. If you want it to be for love, it'll always have that. If you want it for intuition, it'll be that. If you want it to be cleansing, your bracelets or your crystals, it'll always be that. So it's how whatever intention you set into that stone, that's what it's going to be. So I would recommend getting, for some of you who don't know, or if you're overwhelmed by picking, some people are overwhelmed by picking too many bracelets, I would go with the cellulite bracelet from Otter Spirits, and just setting the intention of protection, because there's a lot of protection bracelets on their website that are beautiful. But if you're overwhelmed by all of those, I would just go with the cellulite one and set the intention of it being protection for you, and then you can wear that. The other one I would recommend, and I made it as an advertisement, so I'll probably put it in here anyway, but are the two that are the turquoise, because this brings in healing, wisdom, and intuition. So the wisdom part is so important because it allows you to use your discernment, and that's what I think. And it's such an ancient stone that's been used for centuries, going all the way back to ancient Egypt and in the United States, Native Americans. But it's a stone that's been used forever. But it activates your wisdom, that ancient knowledge in your soul. So you'll be able to use your discernment more. So if you're having a hard time with discernment, this would be a good stone for that. It's also that healing stone. So again, it'll keep you healing yourself if you're struggling with the other overwhelming, like if you have a lot of anxiety or that overwhelming emotions that come to you. It's okay. Just say, I don't want to feel this. That's all you have to do. Say, I don't want to feel this, and it will stop. The spirit world will work with you and help you. That's all you have to do. And then I love the carnelian. I mean, I don't know if I'd wear these two together. It depends on your personality. I mean, I would, but it just depends on your personality. The carnelian is confidence, and so it can give you the confidence you need for your voice to speak up and say, I don't want to feel this. Maybe you don't feel confident talking to your spirit guides or the universe or whatever you believe in, but it'll give you the confidence to say, I don't want to feel this that I'm feeling. I want to feel this grief or this anxiety or this sadness that I know isn't my energy. So it can give you the confidence to speak up. And then, of course, what I was showing earlier, yeah, I look like the American flag. I love it. This is the moonstone, and this also activates grace and compassion for yourself, but it also activates your intuition. But these are like gentle activations of intuition. They're not these like potent, hitting you in the head with intuition. They're very just soft and gentle. So I think they're very calming in those. The red one though is very strong for your confidence. So if you need that confidence to be able to speak up internally, to say, I don't want to feel what I'm feeling, this isn't me, then I would recommend that for you. So there are different ways that you can find stones. And again, I really wanted to just bring your attention to the cellulite. If you're like, oh, this is overwhelming, just get the cellulite and put the intention in for protection. But those are different ways to deal with being an empath in a busy, chaotic world that we all live in. Is definitely the visualization of the shower. You can do it in the bathtub as well. You can just wash yourself off and visualize the water cleansing you. Water is a very healing, natural thing. Again, being in the nature, water's healing. You might like being in lakes or oceans, but just that visualization of cleaning your aura every day, because you are a magnet, setting that bubble of protection for yourself and not allowing other energies to come in that are not for your highest good, will really work. And the more you practice that, the better it will be for you and the stronger you'll get with it, and just practicing it every day, the stronger your bubble will become, because the more you'll believe in it, because you also have to have faith in who you're asking to. So if you don't, and I'll make a video so you understand why I'm recommending Archangel Michael, but if there's somebody on whatever your faith is that is similar to that, then ask that person to create this for you, who is the person of protection in your faith. Ask them then to wield your bubble and seal it with love and create your energy bubble that nobody can penetrate without your highest good, except, you know, your spiritual team, because you would want your team to be able to help you, because you would want them to stop things if you're asking things to stop. But that way you won't pick up on everything as much. And then again, you know, when you're just a really strong empath, things are still going to get through. It doesn't matter. And some of those things they're meant to get through for a reason. So there's just some feelings you'll always feel, and you can't escape it. Trust me, I tried to outrun my intuition many times. I would envision a brick wall for a long time built all around me, and it doesn't matter. People would still come through who'd crossed over. I would still see visions that were going to happen. It still didn't matter. It slowed things down, but the really strong things still came through. So the bubble will still, it's kind of like the brick wall thing. It's going to protect you with the best light for you. And the cleansing with your aura is going to wash everything off every day for you. And the bracelets will help too if you need the confidence or the discernment for knowledge, or if you want protection. You can also use obsidian or lava rock. Those are other really good bracelets for protection. Same with obsidian snowflake. That helps with balance and strength. But the strongest things are still going to come through, because when it's your gift, it's your gift. And you have the gift for a reason, because there's still ways you can help people. You still are supposed to be able to feel people's emotions to help people when they come to you that you care about, that are trying to understand things. And if you're interested in working on the cold case, you might be able to feel the missing person, or feel what happened, or feel parts of things that were going on. So you're meant to feel certain things for certain reasons in life. And you're also meant to feel other people's emotions to also protect you in life, to keep you out of potentially dangerous situations. So it's not a bad thing. It's just, how do we navigate it in life is the whole point. And the next video I'll create are 3 different exercises you can do. One will be a meditative exercise. One will be how to connect with your spirit guides as an empath. And then one will be, forgot the other one, I had written them out already. There was one more, but I came up with 3 different exercises so you can practice, kind of like, you know, we said, working out. If you want to be better at using your empath abilities in the right way, you have to practice using them. So I'll make that as the 3rd video and release it for the members only first. And I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.